Hey everybody, this is Jennifer from Gentle Soaps. Today we're going to make some liquid colorants of our own. Instead of buying lab colors or another product, if you've already got the powdered colorants, why not create your own? Now I'm going to show you how I make mine, and you can make yours too if you want. I'm making these especially for my shampoos so that they're ready to go and I can just gauge how much color I'm using and not be guessing quite so much. So here we go. Let's look at my ingredients here. So I'm using glycerin as my base, so I've just put about an ounce of glycerin, and then I've got these little bottles here that have been cleaned and sterilized and are ready so that I can, a little bit of water still in that one. When I need it, I can just take it out and use what I need. All right, so my favorite color is from Easy Colors. And this is Amethyst. Now to this little bit, we're just going to get started. I'm going to put a teaspoon. So I'm going to put a teaspoon to the 4-ounce bottle. But I've just got an ounce here that I'm going to measure approximately a teaspoon. So about that much. There we go. Now I won't have to play with my powders and be so careful because it gets everywhere. It really does. And it's hard to use. So a lot of people actually prefer to use something a little less difficult to work with. I'm just going to mix it with this little hand tool I got. So I'm afraid it's just going to go all over the place. So we've got it in the glycerin. That. You see how easy that works? See how concentrated that colorant is? Now I am going to, this is just one of my tools I use, put glycerin and go ahead and start pouring it into here. Watch that go. There we go. Woo. One messy day versus every day is a messy day. And just slowly go in. And then we'll add some more glycerin. To this original, because I want every little bit of that colorant to end up in my bottle. So I'm going around and doing my scrapey as I mix it up. Look at that. Look at still how concentrated that is. Pour all that in. Let it drain in. And that'll pick up the things on the side, the bits on the side that need to be picked up. Now I'll post this as soon as I've used it a number of times and tell you what I think. If it's on my webpage, then it's awesome. And it's going to save you some time. Oh, it's just 2 ounces, so we're just going to put just a titch more in there. That's all we can fit. This is a 2-ounce bottle, not a 4-ounce bottle. So 1 teaspoon of Easy Colors Amethyst to 2 ounces of liquid colorant. Now if you're using those liquid colorants, you're thinking, really? Look at all this stuff she's still got left in her envelope. And it's absolutely true. That's why we buy the dry colorants, because we're making large quantities and we want to have plenty for all of our products. So there we go. And I'm going to put this aside and use it on some of my next liquid soap project. So if you see it, you'll know where it came from. All right, the next color I'm going to do, this is all shook up and ready to go. We will test that in a shampoo or hand and body wash, so watch for that, is one of the FD&C colorants. Now, blue is pretty concentrated, so let's just do a basic. Red, yellow, blue, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. We'll do blue. All right, so again, every time I open this, it goes everywhere. So we're gonna just put a little bit of glycerin in here. And I've got my little scoop. These always keep breaking on me, I don't know why. See how it goes everywhere? I'm gonna use about twice as much. This isn't as concentrated as the Easy Colors. I'm not sure why, but it isn't, in my opinion. So I'm gonna do a little mixy this way. And I'll add some more. It's pretty concentrated. Just not as concentrated. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Get out of the way. Clean up that mess. Let's see my purples and blues. There's some more in there. What I'll do is I'm going to mix it in this one if I can. We'll see. They go everywhere. These tend to spin really fast, so control the spin on them if you want to use them. Otherwise, they'll just go all over the place. These are a really handy product to have. Now once, oh good, the glycerin's really keeping it in check. There we go. And that is quite, see what I mean though? Just see the puff of stuff go up. Alrighty. Let's set that there. And we're going to pour up some more glycerin. And we've got another bottle here. Oop. Actually, I'm going to use my syringes again. I'm just going to suck it up and put it in. And we're going to do it in layers to help with mixing. So we'll do a little bit of color, a little bit of clear, color, bit of that used. Now again, I'll use this in another soap or other project on my leftovers because I just can't waste a drop of my soap making supplies. I just have so much fun with them and they're so hard to get in. And they're very expensive. If any of you are soap makers, you know that. How expensive they can be. I'm going to pour some more. Probably another ounce or so. Get that a little bit of a stir. See, it's not quite as concentrated as the Easy Colors. You can already see the blue. It was a little more actually that I used. But it's still nice to be able to control and not end up with liquid soap that's going to turn the bubbles anything but white, unless that's what you're trying to do. I mean, then you would just use more, and maybe even prefer the powdered colorant. And we're just about at our top of our. Uh-oh, I've got purple on my hands. Switch my gloves. Even the tiniest little particle and float in. I want my colors to be true each and every time, so I need to make sure I stay standardize everything. So you want to see how light that is. We're getting most of it. Now I've got a Burberry British liquid soap that I think I'll use this with later today. And there we go. You don't want to fill it all too full, or it's not going to be able to close. You'll have overflow issues like I had at the last bottle. Let's grab another wipey. And make sure you label your bottles. This one's the blue, FD&C blue. And this one is Fizz Fairy Easy Colors Canada Amethyst. It's FDA approved. The most beautiful color I think I've come across this year. All right, so if you want to make your own liquid colorants for bath bombs, probably not bath bombs, but liquid soap and other drizzles and things, you can make it yourself. And I prefer glycerin. You can use whatever medium that you think will hold your product. Just make sure you give it a good shake before you get started each and every time, and you're set. All right, until next time, hit subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in the liquid soap series. Bye for now. So I'm going to give you a little bonus tip here. You can also create your own colors. You can take your favorites and make them liquid, or you can do this. Okay, so we've got glycerin. Just make sure you can see everything. And red. Red is when I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day, and I want the perfect red. And I like a combination of dyes and micas. So I'm going to mix my dye, red number 40, with a little bit of really red mica. And we're going to give it a little bit of a pink color. All right, so I'm going to start with this. I don't really like this color. It's too blood-like in water, so I want to pink it up a bit. So we're going to do that this way. So let me just grab a measuring spoon. Right, these are my new measuring spoons. Check them out. Meow. So we'll see how easy these are to use or not. So I'm going to use a small spoon. So we use the teaspoon right here. All right, so we're going to use a teaspoon of the red. Of the really red. And we're going to put that away for another messy day. And then we're going to put a half a teaspoon of really red from Nurture Soap. See how that's going to pink it up a little bit? And because it's kind of a like more of a light color, I'm going to go ahead and dip it in my main here. Hopefully not have too much cross-contamination. And we'll see what that looks like. Let's see what we've got. Hold on. Okay, well, let's mix this up and see what we got. Ooh. Let's mix it down first. Ooh, stop going everywhere. Now, as soon as you've got this all mixed up, you're going to want to test it in water because it's not a known like the other two. This is an unknown color. You want to make sure it's just exactly what you were going for, what you wanted, so that every time you get it out, that's what you were looking for. And write down what your mix was. I mean, this one was 1 part, let me read it, 1 part FD&C Lake to a half a part of really red and a half a part of Fairy Tale Pink. So it's 2 to 1 to 1. And that takes that little bit of ick red away from me and gives it like a pinky color. Let's see what it looks like in water as soon as we get this all mixed up. So hopefully I'll figure out how to fast forward. If not, you can enjoy my, my jargon. Now I really like the glycerin because it seems to hold the color in suspension really well. Now if you're not using it all the time, yeah, you're going to have to mix it like you would nail polish. In fact, I would suggest you put a couple of BBs in there to help mix it up a little bit faster, just in case you've got a lot of sediment on the bottom of your bottle. Or just make smaller bottles in this. If you're doing smaller quantities, and you have, like, this is my Valentine red. This is what I'm going to use in my soaps and in all sorts of projects to come for Valentine's Day, so they all match and I don't have to eyeball it for each product. I can just use this one color because it's ready to go. All right, so I'm going to get some water in the sink, and we're going to take a little bit out of here. We're going to mix it in the water. Let's see how well it works. Okay, maybe a little bit more. There we go. I like that. It's kind of a reddy red with a little pinky pink. Let's put a little more in there. So that's the color I made with that. So instead of being this kind of red, I'm going to get this kind of red. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but one has a little more pink to it. All right, which I wanted. I wanted the pink. All right, so next time, have fun playing with your colorants. And if you come up with any really good ones, share if you're willing to. Not everybody's willing to share. It's kind of like recipes. Either you share them all or you don't share any of them. Well, I'm a share it all kind of girl. So until next time, we'll see you on YouTube, and happy soaping!